Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge and it's that time of the week again where we look at Manchester United and identify the prats of the week. And oh my God, do we have some candidates this week. It matters not whether you're Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out. I can see an agenda. I'm sure you can see an agenda as well. And I would say, imagine it's a manager you actually do care about and you've got this blatant media hate pile-on for a Manchester United manager. No other manager gets anywhere near the scrutiny that the Manchester United manager gets. It is incredible. And I tell you what, nobody out there is going to call it out the way we will with our audience and the way Man United fans should be as well. It is an absolute disgrace. I'm going to read you some of the headlines today around Erik Ten Hag here in the UK. It may be the same where you live. Erik Ten Hag loses again in new role as head coach after Giants Manchester United's horrible start to the season. Ten Hag's sack inevitable as Manchester United boss loses again. That's two separate headlines. Number 3, Man United boss Erik Ten Hag sees losing streak continue after taking charge of former team. Another one, Manchester United boss Erik Ten Hag can't catch a break as he loses another match. And another one, Erik Ten Hag loses match for former FC Utrecht player. He didn't even lose the game, apparently. But guess what? I don't care. Because guess what? It's a testimonial. That is 5 headlines from a scattering of many headlines in the UK today going in on our manager for managing a testimonial game that apparently he won. Apparently he bloody won it. But it gets even better because this is Piers Morgan calling Erik Ten Hag on national radio a complete idiot. A complete idiot because this guy basically says this. You look at the players he's been unable to handle. Cristiano Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford. It's all the top players. The biggest problem with Ten Hag, he's like the bossy little school teacher you get who doesn't know how to handle supreme academic talent. He's a complete idiot. I mean, the last time I checked, Piers Morgan was a complete idiot and knew next to nothing about football. In fact, he was the king of Arteta out. He now kisses his arse. Also kisses Ronaldo's arse. And also, since when were Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford, great talents? And since when didn't Ten Hag get the best out of Marcus Rashford in the first season? He said, look, it's incredible to me. And I don't want this to turn into a Ten Hag out or Ten Hag in thing. That's not what I'm talking about. We've spoken about that for the last week. We've got games coming up over the next few weeks. You can choose to be Ten Hag out. That's not what this is. You know, if you don't like something and then you see that something being bullied, are you going to be a bully or are you just going to say, I don't actually like it, but I think you're going too far? I think they're going too far. I don't think you need to sit here tonight and go, well, I'm Ten Hag out, so I think Piers Morgan's correct. I think Ten Hag is a complete idiot. And I'm Ten Hag out, so I agree with all the headlines that are actually inaccurate and piling on him. You can sit there and say, I'm Ten Hag out. I don't think he's good enough for Man United. But this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not even a pile-on. It's not even an agenda. It's bordering on bullying. Making stuff up, writing headlines constantly about this manager. It happened last season as well. It's incredible to me. Absolutely incredible. And that's what we're going to get into tonight. Lots and lots of comments coming in. This will happen. This will happen no matter who the manager is as well. This has got nothing to do with Ten Hag. Unless it's a British coach, this will happen to every manager that we have. Because this is what happens with Manchester United. They can't shut up about us. And in the sense of that, they don't even like us. So they can't shut up about us, but they can't stop spreading their toxicity about us as well. And it's very different to saying, you know what, I think that Harry Maguire should get dropped, or I don't think such and such is good enough to play for Manchester United. This is not Manchester United fans talking about whether somebody's good enough to play for the club or manage the club. This is a pile-on from a media that can't even fact-check properly. What is it? What is it if you don't check your facts and pile on to somebody? What is the word for that? I know what it is, because I know if I went live with you any time over the last 10 years and made something up or didn't fact check something and then started calling somebody out, you would quite rightly bury me because there is accountability, 100%. We're also going to be talking tonight a little bit about an article that came out that I found was quite interesting about the guy that Sir Jim Radcliffe really wanted to manage Manchester United. All I'm going to say is his second name begins with Z. It's an interesting article, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Piers Morgan, the Arsenal super prat, he needs to jog on. Well, I want to delve into what he's got to say, but my big issue is, well, I'll tell you what my big issue is in a moment because I've got to do this bit, but I have a huge issue about this, and I'll tell you what it is in a moment. But look, super excited. The season is starting up again very, very soon. We've got Southampton. We've got loads of games coming up. You won't be able to draw breath. I think we're playing a game every 3 or 4 days. Manchester United on the weekends, but also back is our United Stand official Super 6. We're so excited that we've got this up and running this season. You can join it. You can get involved with it with our code UTD_S6 there. How does it work? Well, it is free to play. You basically predict score lines from the weekend, a Super 6 of Premier League games. I'll tell you those games in a moment. But they've got an incredible £1 million jackpot that was won by Tom from Southampton last time out. What an amazing result, and huge congratulations to him. He guessed all 6. But don't worry, there's still everything to play for. Super 6 is back this week, and it's got another massive jackpot, 250k. Obviously, it'll roll over if no one gets it, but it's 250k. It's absolutely free to play. All you need to do is head over to the Super 6 app, enter your 6 score predictions, and the money could be yours. Plus, you can compete in our league where we've got our own separate prizes. Whoever tops each round wins a £100 voucher for classic football shirts, and you'll see some of the shirts I've got. In fact, I've got a Zidane one, haven't I? So here we go. These are the 6 games to pick your scores from. Man City, Brentford, Liverpool, Forest, Aston Villa, Everton, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, and Wolves versus Newcastle. Make sure to get your scores in and play along. Can you beat Goldbridge? I don't think I did that well last week, but overall, I think I'm doing okay. The score is, the code is UTD-S6, and the link is in the description, or you can scan that QR code. Get involved. It's a nice bit of fun, and we're really enjoying having our Super 6 league. Thank you very much to that. Piers Morgan is a super prat. He needs to jog on, says Ethan Johnson. Well, let's go back to what Piers Morgan had to say first of all, because I completely and utterly just do not believe what, my big issue is he doesn't know enough about his own football club. Apparently he's got a box. I mean, I don't know if he's got a cardboard box or a box at the Emirates, but I don't know what he's doing when he's there. Probably quaffing champagne and shoving cigars down his mouth. I don't know. Because this is a guy, he was Arteta out! He was Arteta out because his mate Aubameyang got dropped. And he told us for bloody months how, Arteta doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to manage big players because he's never managed big players in a big club before. Arteta out, Arteta out. And then what happens? Arteta actually rebuilds the club. Oh, well, actually, what I meant to say was, no, I'll just start shouting about something else because I can't accept I'm wrong. Jeffrey. And then, because his mates, and look, I love Cristiano Ronaldo. I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. I was talking about him on the podcast today. But the bad thing about Cristiano Ronaldo is he's mates with Piers Morgan. And that, to me, will always be one of the prattish moments of Ronaldo's career, was sitting down and doing that interview. Of all the credible people you could have done that interview with, you sat and did it with Piers Morgan. It will always be the stain on a great career, as far as I'm concerned. And because he did that interview, Piers Morgan instantly rammed himself up Ronaldo's arse to his ankles. And he will back Ronaldo over absolutely everything. And some of the shit he comes out with about Manchester United is just toxic. And if you're a Man United fan who sides with Ronaldo, that's fine. But if you're a Man United fan that listens to Piers Morgan, he don't know anything about bloody football. The amount of times I was on TalkSport and I said, get him on and get me on, I'd love to do it. But like about everybody else in that organisation, they absolutely shit themselves. They only wanted me for the numbers to do the Saturday night show. But every time I said, get me on with Simon Jordan, get me on with that Pratt Goldstein so I can sit him down. No, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. So, look, they don't know what they're talking about. They live in glass houses, but they try to throw stones. Well, we'll throw a few back. This is what he said about Manchester United. And it's absolutely bullshit. It really is a load of shit. He is absolutely won Pratt of the week. He's probably won Pratt of the month. As if he's watching Manchester United anyway. But this is what he says. I don't have respect for him because he doesn't respect me. That was what Ronaldo said. So that's Piers Morgan jumping in. But listen to this. The guy, this is what he said about Manchester United. He basically said, I can't believe I'm saying this because it's a miracle, but they've actually gotten worse than they were last season in relation to Manchester United. I find this incredible, absolutely incredible. We are not worse than we were last season, and anybody would know we are not worse than we were last season, because last season we were absolutely shite. I mean, we were absolutely dreadful last season. Really, really bad. We are not worse this season than last season. So that exposes to me, I respect, and I'm sure you respect, opinion that is contrary to yourself if you can see an argument there. But I can't, this is like CBeebies football analysis. It's like count by bloody numbers. It's just terrible analysis of football. Like, I can't believe it. It's a miracle. But Ten Hag has actually made Man United worse than they were last season. Hold on a minute. We beat Fulham 2-0 and we should have beat them 5-0. We lost to Brighton because Casemiro went and played hide and seek in the last minute. We probably should have won that game. We certainly should have got a draw out of it. And then against Liverpool, who are, for me, the best team in the league with Man City at the moment, they are better than us. They're better than us. We are not worse than we were last season. I don't care. Anyway, it's a bad start to the season, but we're not worse than we were last season. And Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.